Okay, so basically she has two questions for the guys that couldn't hear her, and you do talk loud enough. What she's asking is, hey, what about VA loans? What are some names of these programs that are out here? And two, she's been struggling for 15 years trying to work with realtors that really haven't met her needs of what she needed. So what questions do you ask? First off, those are some good questions right there. So you're going to have a panel of loan officers, number one, because you want to talk VA. VA is such a good program for you guys. Loan officers are going to be the one that's going to best explain how that program is going to work, and you got a whole host of them. As far as your realtors, it's just like I stated, and my two colleagues as well has stated. You know, interview and talk to them. Ask them, hey, how up to date are you on VA loans? You need to know that. Guys, that's so important, I can't even tell you. No matter how good of a realtor I am, I can't do anything if you can't get the loan. So that's why they are. Another thing, credit repair. You're going to hear a lot about that, guys. Ask the question these guys can put you through. Because, again, you may be credit challenged and your score may be low. Don't let that stop you. Don't let that discourage you. You know, there are loan officers and realtors that are equipped. So each one of us as realtors.
I can answer a question if you want.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's right about a lot of things that she's talking about, but you need to understand there's two types of veterans that you may be qualified for. One is for the VA loan, which is federal, and there's also the state. Those are two separate loans. And the best person that can really help you with that is your loan officer, not the realtor. The realtor doesn't control that, but once you get all the funding, we show you any house that you want that you qualify for. And there is a process that you have to go through. So your best friend needs to be the loan officer at this point to try to help you get to issues. I don't know exactly what your circumstances are that took you 15 years. It shouldn't take you 15 years to figure that out. Well, my question is, who's quitting, the loan officer or the realtor?
Well, I've never even talked to one officer, to be honest. I've never got past the realtor stage, to be honest.
Well, first of all, just to make things a little bit easier for everybody else, it helps if you come to a realtor with a pre-qualified letter, for starters. We're required to have a pre-qualified. We don't bring anyone in to show any homes unless they have been pre-qualified first. Because if you're not qualified to even buy a loan on a home, most likely the realtor will probably shy away from you. They may not say anything to you, but they'll walk away from you because you're not qualified or you haven't done your homework. You need to ask. You're asking here. You need to ask those questions. If you don't ask those questions, we don't know what you're going through until you tell us. There are good realtors out there, and there are good loan officers out there also. But you need to ask the right questions. If you're not asking the right questions, then you're going to get frustrated because you may not know where to start.
Okay, so what are those right questions? Because before you can say that, I didn't know you got pre-legal letters.
Okay, the pre-qualification letter, you get that from any loan officer or any bank. There's two types of places we can go to, from a mortgage banker or mortgage broker to get your loans, or you can go to any bank. And if you go to Bank of America, you're going straight to their bank and you're using only their products. If you go to a mortgage banker or a broker, they can shop around for any banks that you want, so you increase your chances of getting a better rate. Not only better rate, but you can also shop or buy down stuff, but that's something that the loan officer needs to talk to you about. We don't get involved with that. I used to do loans too, so I also know what you're talking about. Right now, I'm done.
Real quickly, let me add to that and to address your question about realtors. And what I would recommend, because here's what happens: most people will call about a house. Okay, if you're a buyer, instead of calling about a house, call the realtor, make an appointment, and go in and visit with them, meet them, talk to them, ask questions, ask them what questions should I be asking. You know, most realtors have a loan officer they work with. They have a close relationship with that loan officer, and you can visit with their loan officer or you can get one yourself. It doesn't matter. But if they have a relationship with the loan officer, they can help you with the process. And as James mentioned, there's also it's a program called the Texas Land Board. They do loans for veterans. And veterans are wonderful. We love veterans, okay? And so I don't know why, you know, you're running into the wrong people. So you just need to shop around for a realtor. Don't shop for a house, shop for a realtor, and then let the realtor help you shop for the house. Okay, get a realtor that's going to be on your side. Enter into an agreement with that realtor to be your representative. Okay, rather than just going around and calling house and house and house and house and house, you don't know what you're getting. So you need to make an appointment, go into their, say, I'd like to come in and visit with you, and they'll be glad to do that, and interview the realtor. You know, when somebody's selling a house, they call us to come and interview to talk to them about selling the house. You should do the same thing as a buyer. Don't try to do it on your own. Let the realtor help you. If the realtor's not helping you, find another realtor that'll help you.
They look at you and say, oh, well, I don't think that you're qualified right now. Maybe you can come back in about 6 months after you go do this and do this. But that run people away.
It really does, and you're talking my language, because 17 years ago, that's exactly how I felt. Nobody was trying to help me. Nobody was telling me what to do. I had no clue. Y'all the experts, I'm a consumer. That's how you feel. And when you know your credit is bad, and mine was, they didn't want to even talk to me. So you're absolutely right. The thing about it is we get frustrated once you tell us no. And then you send us off without any information on where to go. So you're absolutely right. And again, that's about picking the right realtor. Let me tell you something. Just as Texas Association said, when you are with a realtor, you need to be really interviewing them and finding out, do they have the knowledge of what you are looking for? Not so much as just being a realtor, but what you're looking for. In your case, hey, I'm making $900 paying this rent off every month, and I'd rather be in a house where I am investing. So the thing about that is there are programs out here. Again, you're going to see all the programs, guys. I'm not mentioning all of them. I don't want to leave any of them out, but they're all over there. And most realtors do work with it. But because I came from that same frustration that you're talking about, I specialize in it. Because there's so many families, when you hear that, okay, go and find a realtor like he said. What I do with my clients is, I want you to look for me first, seek me out first because of this. I know that if you go to a loan officer and they say, hey, that's a 500 credit score. We can't do anything with you right now. You got to go work on it. And they give you some paperwork. What are you going to do? You're going to get frustrated. You're going to get disappointed and disillusioned by it. So basically, I want to go with you when you get that. When we're doing your application for your loan, I want to see it. I want to go through with you. Don't feel discouraged. I'm not upset about the fact that you're not at 620, but I'm going to help you get there. Because like every realtor up here, we got a team of loan officers. We got a team of credit repair people that we use day in and day out. That's why you need to find a realtor with a team. What if my credit score is not where it needs to be? That question is vital, what they say. If they say, well, you're just going to have to, wait till you get your score up, that's not the realtor you want. You want somebody that's going to be there to help you to get that credit score up, to be there to assist you, whether that's the loan officer or the credit repair or whatever. They should have that in place for you, not turn you away just because of that.
I have one more question.
You can.
Okay. Hold on.
I just wanted to add a few things to that because we do manage 200 rent houses. There are people out there that will owner finance. I don't recommend it because I've been in the business 40 years, I'm old, but I've never seen interest rates so low at 4%. An owner's going to finance it for you just like a bank, looking at long term, and it's going to probably be 8 to 10%. But sometimes a renter or a buyer can't go on a loan. You do need to save up a down payment. You're looking sometimes 10 to 20%. I do lease purchases. A lot of times they rent from me for a year and pay an extra $500 on the middle of the month towards their down payment. And if they pay on time, my husband has a car man that works on all our cars. We have 11 grandkids, so we have a lot of cars. But we're owner financing for him, and Jerry goes to collect the rent every month, but I think we pay him to fix cars too. But there are people out there that will owner finance. It's just not as good a deal.
Say here, Pat, and maybe.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay, my question is, I'm sure a lot of us are all aware about the subprime lending that caused the house collapse. While back, what's going to prevent realtors and the banks from making these loans again, people who are qualified for these loans, and what's going to prevent them from putting them in houses that they can't afford?
I agree.
Even though they have good credit, you know, put them in a house that they can afford and not try to be a predatory lender and put them in something that they're going to lose eventually because there's too much for them.
Yeah.
It's a very good question. Yes, right now houses are scarce because the real estate market dropped 30%. It's back up 20. But those people don't want to sell because they want to get out of the house and get their money back. So the subprime, that's a toughie. I mean, when rates are going to go up, and when they go up, that's going to hurt. But right now is an excellent time to buy.
What happened one of the things that happened is builders built these properties, got people in them. The taxes will kill you if you don't plan for it properly. And what happened is when you first, again, January 1, it was just a lot. It was a lot value. Let's just say $20,000. That's what the taxes for that year was. And in those bad realtors, there are some out there, and those builders, they use that to help you qualify, knowing full well that next year your taxes were going to be based on the fully built house, the improvement and the land, say $100,000. So yes, taxes went up tremendously. That would change your monthly payment tremendously. That was the main thing that was being done there. And there are some things that have been put in place by the state and the government. However, that's something that you just need to be aware of. I don't know if that's something that's been addressed or not, but look at your property taxes, make sure they're estimating the insurance correctly.
Because a lot of people think, oh, I bought this house for the taxes, so it's mine, but that's not necessary.
It's yours after, I think, and I'm not the tax office, that is a separate arm of this, but I am familiar with what they do, and it is my understanding there's like a 2-year period that the previous owner has to come back and reclaim that house. Now, you get your money back, but that is kind of like with the veteran deal. But yes, but those are some good deals. Those are some very good deals. And as long as you're willing to gamble,